Hello folks, this is Jesse Allen here, coming at you once again from Galesburg, Illinois, USA. And today's music production topic that I'll be discussing is automation. Now automation is basically changing the parameter of a certain track or audio clip over a certain period of time. Now the DAW or digital audio workstation I'm using is Propellerhead's Reason 7.0. As you might be able to tell, it's a pretty sophisticated piece of software with all kinds of knobs and faders and buttons and whatnot. And one thing you might notice is I can right click on these faders or these knobs and you'll see an edit automation option come up, and that'll be pretty much the case for just about every knob or fader that you see. So pretty much any parameter of the music that can be adjusted can usually also be automated. Now what I'm going to do is just perform a few simple automations. Now depending on the DAW that you're using, the specific steps might be different, but in general, the general steps will probably be similar. Here in Reason, I'm going to do a basic fader automation on this Guitar 1 track. Now the first thing I need to do is enable automation recording by clicking that, and then I will go up here to my track 1 guitar track, right click on that, hit edit automation. You might notice a little green outline there. That means our automation is ready to go. So I'm gonna zip to about where I'm gonna start the fade at the end of this track and simply hit record, then manually pull down that fader. And as you can see, it created a new track. It's kind of a track within a track, the automation track, and here you can see the recorded automation. Now, one thing I want to do is double click this automation so I can go into edit mode, and you can see that the curve is kind of sloppy. It ain't really as smooth as I want it to be. So what I could do is take these individual points and move them around a little bit, and want to create more of a curve about like this. Now we'll hear how that sounds. And that sounds good to me. The next thing I'm going to do is show you another method of adding an automation to your track. For this, I'm going to go to my MIDI bass track and apply pitch bends to these long notes here at the end of each phrase. Now once again, got to enable the automation recording. Then I'll go up here and there's an automation drop down menu. Go to performance, then I'll hit pitch bend, and once again it created an automation track. And instead of actually using a pitch bend wheel, or which I could do, what I'm going to do is just select my pencil tool and I will highlight the area. Then I'm going to double click on this area. Now I'll grab my pencil tool again and simply draw in the pitch bend. Hear how that sounds? Not bad. And once again, just like with the fader, if I want, I can go in here and select my points and change the shape of the curve or whatever. So that's it. That pretty much concludes my little lesson on automation. And keep in mind before, pretty much any little knob or fader that you can see, or wheels. They can pretty much all be automated in some way. And like I've also said before, it's gonna vary from DAW to DAW, but you're most likely gonna have to enable your automation recording somehow, and you can hit record and physically move faders or knobs, as I did earlier with the fade on the guitar track. Or you can actually go in a lot of times with your pencil tool and just draw all kinds of different, automations, whatever you want. So there you have it. Fun with knobs and faders. Thanks for listening.